First of all, obviously, leading into this fight, there had been so much talk about, everything going on with your girlfriend being your corner. Now that you've won, do you feel vindicated?
Uh, I mean, I told everybody. I said what it was gonna be, and I mean, I would assume that vindicated means like accomplished in
It
some way. So yeah,
means proven right.
yes, proven right is what it is tonight. I feel awesome, bro. I can't lie. There was a lot of haters hating on us, hating on her, and she's so innocent in all this. And obviously it's because I say things I talk and from an entertainment side of the sport, and also like because they be hating on me so hard. So I just talk back because it's just ugh. And then when she started getting it, I was just really upset. But I fed off that tonight. I remember before I walked out thinking in the back about things that made me angry. Even though by the time I went to walk out, I was blank. And that's the way it should be. You react. You just go out there and you fight. The work is done. It's time to go.
I think a lot of people thought that Mickey would have the advantage in the grappling and you in the striking, but actually you controlled him in the grappling as well. Is that something that you anticipated, or were you sort of thinking to yourself, or maybe that's an area I should be careful in?
Um, I mean, I was focused on dealing with everything everywhere. I figured he had been working with this kickboxer. I figured he was going to try and kickbox with me. I saw him. I watched the Diego Sanchez fight with him once, and I saw him throw some pretty swingy hooks. Like they whipped, you know what I mean? They're pretty fast and look like they might hurt if you get hit with them. So I was like, okay, he's going to try to punch me. He's going to try to land something. And then who knows if he would have been able to get on top, what type of work he would have been able to do. Sometimes when you got black belts, whoever gets that first inch and they can hold on to it, you stuck there for a while. Especially those 5 minutes start to feel like they're running down quick when you got somebody on top of you. So I was trying to keep myself on top, stay off bottom. I was waiting for them shots, which is why I was also hesitant with some of the punches. I figured he might come in for some shots, but his wrestling wasn't that strong. I know there's stronger wrestlers out there who try to get that top position, but all around better, everywhere. Uh, the, I believe that that's the way it should be. There was a lot of people picking him to win. They thought that I wasn't in the right place mentally to win the fight tonight, but just goes to show that none of y'all know what it takes to win in there, and I showed you what it takes. It's just heart and grit, and if you know how to fight, you know how to fight.
And is an interesting. First of all, how did your girlfriend do as your corner? And secondly, is it an advantage not having your own coaches shout at you because you can hear his coaches and hear what they're telling him to do?
She did a great job. She kept it very simple. She shouted a couple things. I heard her during the fight, and I remember like telling myself, "Okay, there you go." She getting into it now, and she was like, "Keep your hand up." There was like one time he had swung and just missed. So get your hand back up. I was like, all right. And then in the corner, when she was in there rubbing the ice on me, she kept asking me, "Hey, is this? Where do you want? What else do you want? What can I do?" And she was, trying to do more for me. And it was really cool just sitting there quiet and just thinking about how the next round was going to go. And yeah, I did hear his coaches, and I heard them saying like, I can't think of the word, but they had like secret words for like moves. And then I started figuring out what those were that they were asking for. And around the third round, I heard a couple of things that I heard throughout the fight, and then I was like, oh, I know what he's about to do. They said something about razor, and then I realized he's throwing elbows at that time from a distance. I was like, okay. And I felt like, I remember thinking, man, your corners could be telling you more. Like, they're not telling you enough. You need to do something. And also, damn, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I remember the fight before mine, or the heavyweights. And I remember Gian Vellante going back to his corner, and then the coach was like, "What are you doing? Well, you're not doing nothing." And it's like, bro, you ain't doing nothing, bro. You sitting on the outside. Don't come in here and make me. And then I think Michael Bisping was like, "Oh, that's great coaching." No, that's terrible. Don't make the guy feel bad and down on himself. Amp him up or something. Give him, I mean, come on, bro. Heavyweights, too. Like, what do you think he's doing? He's trying to not get knocked out. That should be first. I understand that we're entertainers and we got to go out there and we got to fight and we got to put on a show. But you also, when you get in that cage, you got, or that octagon, excuse me. When you get in the octagon, you got a show purse and you got a win bonus. That win bonus is more important than putting on that show. Because a fight's a fight. You're going to fight or not. Someone's going to bring it, and the show is going to happen. So if you need to be smart, technical, more patient, it's almost harder to be patient and wait for the good shots rather than just go forward and just keep getting kicked in the arms and all this. And these coaches are like asking for stuff, and they putting guys in positions to, especially heavyweights, walk into shots and get dropped and beat. Like these coaches that haven't even been in the position that their fighters are in. That's why I didn't have coaches tonight, because I did though. She was perfect because she knows she hasn't been in my position. So she spoke from a humble standpoint on the outside. She kept it simple. And I didn't need any advice. Maybe that was luck tonight that I didn't. It was good luck to get this opponent, but you know, I handle business, and I'm gonna go back to the drawing board and try to put a team together that we can work for upcoming events.
Could that be American top team?
South Florida, yeah, it's looking like. I don't know. I mean, I want to go train with Yoel Romero for sure. So. You know, okay. I know I want to do that.
Two more from me, two last ones. You mentioned it on the broadcast, and I don't want to get too personal, and you don't want to say anything, but do you have like a situation with the Taxman right now? Do you have some debt you need to pay off?
Yeah. Yep. Sure do. I'm going to have to pay. I got to do my taxes. I keep thinking of that Drake song. What he say? I haven't done my taxes because I'm too turned up.
It happens to the best of us. And lastly, what is next for you? You know, Mickey Gall was a name and he called you out, but who do you want to fight next? Where do you want to go?
I want to go to South Florida and work with Yoel Romero and fill that 185-pound weight class. Man, 170 is such a great place for me, but I want to fight there until I do want to fight that guy.
Is that just because things have gotten so personal? I
mean, if I see him in person, I'm going to fight him. Nobody's going to stop me. I'm going to grab him. I'm going to stick my finger in his eye, and I'm going to get a hold of him. And I mean, I'll say it out loud because I don't care.
Congrats on the win, man.
Mike over here. With all of the criticism, I understand that obviously you're the athlete and you're the one who wanted to step up. You know, you've talked to your girlfriend. Did she have a message for the haters and all the people who are criticizing the fact that she was there for you?
This is all kind of new to her, man. You know, everybody loves her. So all these people hating because of me, you know, it makes me feel kind of bad sometimes that I brought her into that. But that's what happens when you get attention and people just start hating on it, and they're hating on our dreams and our goals, and you know, we're accomplishing them anyways. So I really try more to coach her, like, hey, look, you know, don't. She thought people were one way, and now she's starting to see that people are a totally different way. She was like, y'all innocent until proven guilty, and to me, I'm like, y'all all guilty until proven innocent. Till you prove yourselves to be cool and faithful, like there's no reason to be disrespectful. I don't owe y'all nothing.
Can I ask, I think a lot of people, when they saw everything going on, it's like, hey, why wouldn't you want to have the most people around you possible to give knowledge and advice? can you just say very bluntly for yourself, you perform best when it's kept simple without a lot of some of the other stuff that people might think is more conventional?
I was thinking tonight, like, my girl did such a great job bringing in the stool and the bucket with the water. And I was like thinking, man, sometimes coaches be so ready to get in there and just tell you something, like they think they're going to make a difference for you, and they want, it's for themselves, you know what I mean? They want to feel like they told you something that helped you win this UFC fight. And they're just getting money, like, and attention, and trying to take credit for what your work has done. So, you know, like, bro, y'all, you carry that bucket and bring me that stool. You know what I'm saying? And she looked better than any coach all time bringing that stool and that bucket. Damn, she was so pretty with that little ninja face mask on, killing it all night long. So, you know, yes, it's good to keep it simple. I feel like guys yell too much and be saying stuff, and then it's like you can't even think. Are you even trying to listen to this person? Should I stop trying to listen to this person? Like, listen, your words ain't gonna make a difference, bro. And his coach's words wasn't making a difference. Like, I'm in front of you trying to punch you in the face. You got to deal with that. That's it. You got to deal with that, not your coaches, not your game plan, none of that.
Congrats, Mike.
Mike, to me, it sounds like when you were talking about you are looking for a team, but to me, it sounded like you were trying to find people that to go on a journey with you, that have been in the cage with you and to come along. Is that more of what you're looking for as opposed to maybe a traditional coach and team situation?
Yeah, man, somebody that I can build with, a friendship type thing. And I mean, obviously, I don't want anybody else in my life. I just want me and my girl. But obviously, I know I'm gonna need some help. And who knows? I mean, if I go train with Yoel Romero, I'd be down to let him get a slot in the corner if he wanted the corner. I mean, who wouldn't want a corner? I want to corner a guy and get that front row seat too. I want to, you know, that's why I'm trying to build Platinum Martial Arts. That's what I did tonight. I built Platinum Martial Arts. I showed the world that I understand how to win, and I didn't need anybody to help me do it, really. I just needed my girl to bring me a bottle of water, and she did great rubbing that ice on my neck. God, it was so good. My cardio was there. And, yeah, man, it'd be nice to build something. I mean, I like Miami, the FRM, the First Round Management family is down there. I like my manager, Abraham Kawa. Those guys really have built, like him and Jorge Masvidal and Yoel Romero. I mean, they obviously speak the same language. But I like those guys, man. I like the Miami lifestyle. I lived in Orlando, and I love Florida, the beach. I mean, I know they shutting stuff down now, and COVID is even getting worse. It's making a comeback. You know, I hope people are all right. But I want to go make a life down there and go to the beach every day, and we'll see where it goes from there, bro.
Coming in with the last couple fights in here were losses. Was there any extra pressure to kind of come in here and perform a little bit, you know, and get that win? And is that part of the reason why you wanted to just switch things up and do things your way?
I mean, yeah, 6-6 in the UFC. I was like, if I'm gonna lose, it's gonna be my fault. I'm not gonna have any excuses. I'm not gonna be able to talk about anybody else but myself if I don't win tonight. And it worked out for me. So, I mean, obviously there's nerves every time. You could think about everything and anything, and your life could go all types of ways. And the Mandela effect, you know, which universe am I living in, and is it going to be a good one or a bad one at the end of the night? We don't know. And at the end of the day, I keep just telling myself, you know, 5 more minutes, 15 more minutes, we just getting in there. It's soon enough. Like, I'm in the back, and I'm like, you know, 25 more minutes. We going to be walking out there. That's all I got to do is I got to get in the octagon. Once I get in, everything else is going to take care of itself. And at the end of the night, the process, this life, this sport, being a part of it, being Platinum Mike Perry, being with Lattori, it's all a privilege, bro, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you very much, Mike.
That's it.
Sorry, real quick. Did you miss the fans?
I mean, it was cool not having the fans. I mean, I missed Dana. I was like, man, Dana don't care about me, bro. He been at all of, I'm sure he busy, you know. He been at all these, and he ain't want to come watch me. I guess he can't come watch me fight now, because I feel like I be letting him down. There was fights that he thought that I might win, and I didn't. So, Dana, don't come when I fight, because apparently it does. I do better when you don't come in my fights. So, whatever, bro. No, man, I did miss the fans. They was all just going to talk trash anyway. All right, guys, thank you very much.